Deida Teachings on Masculinity. What I'm about to talk about in this video or this audio recording, depending on where you're watching or listening to this, is by no means all of his teachings on masculinity, but these are some of the greatest teachings on masculinity from Deida. These are centered around spiritual growth, sexual polarity, and living with purpose. So, first one. Living from your deepest purpose for men. I really like this one. So, a man must be rooted in his life purpose above all else. A man adrift is disconnected from his core mission and will feel empty and cause instability in his relationships. So, here's a quote for you. A man's worth is measured by how fully he can live in alignment with his purpose. I can speak from personal experience that if you're not living from your deepest purpose or from the place where you know why you are here or what you should be doing with your life and how you service others, you're going to have a lot more anxiety, depression, and instability within your relationships. This is just a fact in my personal experience. So, the next lesson, embracing sexual polarity. There are energetic differences between the masculine and feminine essences. Polarity, the attraction between opposites, is essential to maintaining passion in relationships with women. Masculine energy seeks freedom and direction. Feminine energy seeks love and flow. So, honoring this can really be liberating and fulfilling. In my personal opinion, and I think I also learned this from Deida, about 80%, around 80% of the population for men, at least in my country, has primarily masculine energy. So they feel more at home, more aligned with their authenticity when they are embracing their masculinity. And about 20%, I think, feel more comfortable being a bit more 50-50 with their masculinity and their femininity. And then there's those who are more comfortable being more feminine versus being more masculine. And that feels true to them. So around 80% masculine, more so of the time, and then the other 20% are the other two. So with women, I would say that around 80% are more comfortable being in their feminine energy, their feminine essence, and then the other 20% feel more comfortable being masculine or more neutral with their masculinity and their femininity. So when it's more neutral, it's 50-50. So this is something that, again, should be embraced. Now, an interesting thing about this is that you are going to attract more people who are also those looking to embrace that, but it's not necessarily going to be the popular thing to do in our society, just because our society, in my opinion, runs on creating more friction and conflict between men and women when it comes to our masculine and feminine energies. But if you are willing to face that and be okay with that, you're going to feel a lot more at peace if, you are a man. You're one of the 80% who feel more peace embracing their masculine edge. So this brings me to the next lesson, which is even if you're someone who feels more peace being more masculine, being on their masculine edge, embracing their masculine energy, this doesn't mean that you suppress the feminine. You dance with it within yourself, and then you also dance with the feminine with your partner or just in life in general. You don't try to control or fix the feminine per se with your partner. You learn to flow with its more chaotic nature, its more emotional state and unpredictability. You stay grounded and you hold space for it. Here's a quote for you. A woman wants your consciousness more than she wants your anxiousness. So she wants your presence. She wants to feel your power. She wants to feel your energy. I really love that one. And I find that to be something that can be very fulfilling when you're able to do that for your partner. So the next lesson, feel fear, and do it anyway. A core part of masculine growth is leaning into discomfort. It is something to be encouraged for men to move toward fear and challenge as a means of deepening presence and expanding consciousness. So, you are fully engaged in life, pretty much. You're not living from a place of being or acting like more of a zombie where you're passively just going through the motions of life. You're fully engaged with it, and you are facing what you fear, and you're choosing to live a life that is authentic to you. Masculine presence is everything. The most powerful gift a man can offer romantically and spiritually is full presence. That means being here fully with undivided attention and awareness. With women, with your girlfriend, with your partner, your wife, or whoever you're dating, it's what makes a woman feel safe and seen. Now, this other one is also one I really enjoy. This is great. Sex is a path to spiritual awakening. For sexuality isn't just about pleasure, even though pleasure can be amazing. It's a way to open to the divine. When masculine and feminine energies meet fully, sex can become very sacred, a transformative experience. Don't wait to live your life fully. Live as if your death is imminent. So you should be constantly reminding yourself that time is limited. Postponing your truth or purpose is a betrayal of your potential. Here's a quote for you. So stop waiting. Feel everything, love achingly, and then let go. So, these are all great lessons. Now, these aren't all the lessons, for sure, from David Deida's teaching. I think David Deida is one of the great teachers for men on how to live more authentically and to just embrace life, to live the best life possible. So I highly recommend his books. I'm not associated with him in any way. I'm just someone who has read his books, who has learned a lot from his teachings, and I think all men can learn a lot from him. So this is Aaron Watkins, men's personal development and health and fitness coach. If you are listening to this on YouTube, subscribe for more. Spotify, follow for more episodes. Anywhere else on social media, follow for more, and I hope you got a lot out of this video. Thank you.